Good morning. Today we are going to have a demonstration on how to submit a retailer bulk activation and change request form through Salesforce. So a couple of prereqs. You must have the opportunity already built in Salesforce. Here I've already built one called just retailer MDU property. It's currently filled out. You will also need to add in your products and either head-end equipment or the SmartBox head-end equipment. In this case, I've added 2 products, America's Top 250 and the Big 10 Network, along with 3 pieces of standard head-end equipment that I will have activated on this record. If you're not familiar with how to perform those steps, we do have videos and job aids available that can walk you through that. Just let us know what you need, and we'll provide it for you. You can also find a lot of the help documents on the Help tab within PRM Salesforce. So now that our record is complete and our products are added, I want to mention a couple things here. Today, you fill out the retailer bulk activation change form. It's like a PDF or Excel or something, and every time you have to do a change or anything, you've got to fill out the entire form. Here's your name, here's the address, here's blah 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 blah. No more of that. Just Salesforce makes it easy for you. Put in the opportunity one time. That data is already there. You've already got your account built. So no more having to re-enter stuff every time you want to do a change. So the prereqs are there. We have them done. And really the only part you actually have to do to complete that entire old form now is hit this button, New Case, and we choose the type of case or communication form we want to do with Dish Network. So we have a list of available record types, as we call them. Each one's a different program, a different form type, a different request type. We've got their names and a description. Just use the pull down list and choose the correct one. In this case, we're going to do the retailer bulk service request. This does activations, drops, change outs, all the good stuff. So we choose it in the pick list, hit the continue button. Because I'm logged into an account in Salesforce, the record already knows the account. Because I was on an opportunity, when I hit the new case button, the opportunity is already filled out for me. I do need to fill in this field, customer signed by. So in the past, you filled out the form, you saw the form first. Then you'd give it to your customer or whatever that process was to get everything signed. Going forward, we want to be sure that you're still in the loop and that you actually see all the documents first before it goes to anybody else. So within your business, who are we going to send the copy to? And of course, it's all electronic. So within Salesforce, you have an account. Your account has contacts associated with it, and we can choose any of those contacts. If for some reason the person you need to send this to is not in the list, we can add it. Just ask your ASM or one of us Salesforce guys, and we can stick them in there. Now we can either type in the person's name, or we can hit the magnifying glass and look up the account. In this case, I've got 3 contacts. I get to choose one. I'm just going to choose this one at random. Next down, we have to fill out the request section. So request types. I can do an activation, a change, a disconnect, a pre-activation, a restart, or I can do a pre-activation plus an activation. And this combo is actually our newest addition to Salesforce, and it's actually becoming quite popular with a lot of people. So, activation, change, disconnection, pre-activation, and restart, these all work the same way. I choose one of those, I come over to this field, requested completion date, and I choose the date I want everything done by. So, by 7/11, I want this entire case completed. I'm going to have the documents in hand, it's going to be live, it's in billing, everything's good to go. Those all work the same. Pre-activation plus activation is a little bit different because we actually have to fill out this box here, the pre-activation date. So I'm just going to choose 7/7 for that. So now this tells Dish Network that I'm doing on a single case both a pre-activation and an activation. I want the pre-activation completed by 7/7, and on 7/11 I want to have the rest of the case taken care of. Now there is another box down here that has to be filled out sometimes, and by sometimes, if we're dealing with SmartBox, I have to have a certified smart box technician perform the action, and we need to know that technician's certification number. If I'm just doing anything other than smart box, I never have to fill it out. Otherwise, I just put in my guy's code or my code, however you need to do that. Next down, everything else is optional. Contact information, we have a field here, secondary email address. Whenever Salesforce does anything with a case, it notifies you in email. If you want somebody else to also be notified other than who you're logged in as, put their email address in that box. And we have a description field. Free text field, tell me your thoughts. Communications to the ops team, whatever you need to do, tell them good job. One last thing down here at the bottom, it says optional. It is optional, but if you want the case to actually get routed to the correct people, please leave this box checked. It is the assign using active assignment rules. If you don't check the box, it lets you save the record, but it never goes anywhere, so we're not notified. Check the box, save the record, and it comes over to us, and it goes to the right people. So everything is filled out. I hit the button submit, and the magic happens. At this point, Salesforce saves the record, figures out who it needs to go to. In this case, it's going to a queue called retailer bulk cases to be worked. All of our data is here, and we're pretty much done at this point. Now, one thing I want to mention, this is some newer things. In the past, you were able to see the case, who did it, when they did it, all that good stuff. You can still see that, but we added more to it. So in the past, if you wanted to see what changes were made, that actually required a report. Now not only can you see the request type, when everything was done, but we added these three pieces here: request history, product change request, bulk equipment change request, and smart box change request. So anything from your opportunity that you're adding, dropping, changing, it now shows up on the case. It's there forever. 5 years later, you can come back and look at every individual case if you so choose and see who changed what and what the new value is. With that said and done, I hope you enjoyed the presentation today. And if you need anything else, just give us a call or an email. If you forget how to get a hold of us, we do have links up here. Either one will open up your favorite or default email program and populate our email address in there. That comes over to the admins. You can also contact your ASMs. And again, please keep the feedback coming, because the feedback is what makes the product better. Thank you.